It started out like any other day in the city. For though it lacks the skyscrapers and urban sprawl one might expect, Williamsburg has the heart of a city. My name is Willis Slade, and I'm the one keeping that heart beating. It isn't always easy. Now, as I say, it was a day like any other, until he knocked at my door. Come in.
You are Will Slade, correct? The name's Mac Pickens, CEO Jolly Rogers Amusements.
Take a seat, Mr. Pickens. What seems to be the trouble?
Well, it's a bit of a delicate matter.
I'm listening.
My associates and I have recently lost possession of an object of considerable historic and intrinsic value. We believe it's been stolen. It has come to my attention, Mr. Slade, that you're particularly skilled at recovering such objects.
Any specific reason you didn't go to the cops first?
The object represents a considerable investment on the part of my company. The star power commanded by the object alone stands to double our revenues. If word got out that it was somewhere on the streets, my competitors would stop at nothing to acquire it.
Or maybe you yourself acquired it by means not completely legal?
Ah, well, I see what they say, Mr. Slade. Nothing gets past you.
Let's cut the flattery. Any chance you can tell me what I'm supposed to be looking for?
Unfortunately, I can't let you know the exact nature of the object at this time. Like I said, it's best our competitors don't know what the object is, or the fact that it's gone missing.
So I'm supposed to find an object I know nothing about, and about which you're refusing to tell me anything.
I understand your concerns, Mr. Slade, but maybe this will help point you on your way. You'll pardon me for not lingering.
Not so fast. I haven't agreed to go after this thing yet, whatever it is. Why is it so important?
I tell you, it's imperative that you recover the object, Mr. Slade. It's intricately tied not only to the fate of my organization, but the fate of the city itself. Retrieve the object, Mr. Slade, and you single-handedly change the face of Williamsburg itself.
Hey, wait a minute. We haven't discussed the issue of payment.
Believe me, there's more where that came from. Oh, and Slade, good luck. We're counting on you. The city is counting on you.
Mac Pickens hadn't left me much to go on. I needed some answers. I found a match. The symbol I'd observed in my research was identical to that, emblazoned on the medallion adorning the neck of one Miss Tracy Teach. Tracy was a graduate student, working toward a doctorate in history. Time and again, she would clue me in on the historical context of a case.
Come on in.
Sorry to intrude. Going somewhere?
No, not exactly. I've just been doing a lot of research lately.
I know the feeling.
So, Slade, what brings you here? Another case got you stumped.
Actually, I am looking into something I thought you might be able to help me with. I was wondering what you could tell me about this.
Well, the coin looks to be English, probably dating from around the early 1700s, but as for the symbol, I can't say I've ever seen it before.
Really? Because I have. And so have you, assuming you've ever looked at that silver piece around your neck. Now, I'd appreciate it if you tell me what you really know.
Why should I? You can't just come in here and interrogate me?
Tracy, look. I've been charged with recovering an object. I don't know what it is yet, but I have some theme park executives who want it back pretty badly. They gave me this gold coin and said it would point me in the right direction. Now I'm asking you. Tell me what you know about the symbol.
Well, I can't help you. I wish I could, but I can't.
You're certain? Well, if you really can't help me, I'll have to take matters into my own hands. It's in there, isn't it? The thing they're after.
I can't,
Oh.
You can't give it back to them.
What is it?
Can't tell you.
Well, if you can't tell me, maybe I'll take it to Mac Pickens, and he can tell me something about it.
Fine. Now that you've seen it, you might as well know the truth. And then maybe you'll see why you can't give it back to those cheap Jolly Roger bastards.
In the early decades of the 1700s, piracy was rampant along the colonial American coastline, from the mid-Atlantic all the way to the Caribbean. What history does not yet know is this. King William III of England devised a plan to minimize British losses due to piracy. He issued a secret decree that the Virginian city which bore his name was to serve as a testing ground for a new policy. Williamsburg would harbor pirates and allow them to come and go without fear of persecution. Following his defeat in 1718, the notorious Blackbeard's head was severed and presented to Governor Spotswood of Virginia. Sometime later, Blackbeard's skull was smuggled back to Williamsburg, where a pirate cell still held strong under the protection provided by William's policies, now honored in secret by the city's landowners.
The pirates cast the skull in silver and imprinted in the bone the coat of arms of their benefactor, William III. Even today, descendants of that pirate cell endure in the form of a secret society, the Brotherhood of the Silver Skull. And members of the Brotherhood will do anything to keep their secret safe.
That's heavy. Wait. The Brotherhood is so dedicated to keeping this a secret. How do you know?
I think you'll find I'm quite well acquainted with the inner workings of the Brotherhood. You see, I lead it. I'm a direct descendant of Edward Teach, the man known to the world as Blackbeard. 3 weeks ago, a Brotherhood defector sold the skull to that fool, Mac Pickens, and it was all I could do to track it down and steal it back. Those amusement park hucksters want to make a quick buck by exploiting our heritage. With the skull in their collection and Williamsburg's true history revealed, they turn the whole city into one massive pirate theme park. The city would be even more of a tourist trap than it already is. I won't allow that to happen. So, if you'll be a good boy and hand me back my great-great-grandfather's skull, and maybe promise not to tell anyone what you've seen or heard today, maybe I won't kill you.
How generous. But I have a job to do, so I think I'll take the skull to go.
I'd been thinking, maybe going public with this whole dark past thing wasn't necessarily the best course of action. Maybe the city was fine the way it was. I just run through crowds of people. Tracy would have said they were just tourists, being fed a false, sugar-coated history, while it was within my power to give them the truth. But perhaps withholding the truth was not altogether a bad idea. This city is a place of patriotism, of inspiration, a place where children can come and dream of creating a brighter future. And if the truth destroys that, then isn't it better to preserve the myth?
Here we are. I hope you still have your sea legs, Captain. Bon voyage.
And that's the story of how I almost rewrote the history books and single-handedly changed the reputation of the entire city. I returned empty-handed to Mac Pickens, and though I didn't get paid, he didn't ask too many questions. As for the skull itself, you might wonder, isn't it a shame, though? Casting away the discovery of a century just like that? Well, I wouldn't worry. I know for a fact the city's got plenty left to discover.